I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous. I have lived in the Pacific Northwest for 15 years, and I've been staring at that summit for half my life, and I'm tortured by it. I've always wanted to stand on top of Mount Hood, and I've tried twice before. I was kind of notorious in my 20s for climbing mountains in just a pair of tennis shoes with, a can of soda in my back pocket. Like, I guess I was arrogant enough to think that my fitness could get me out of any situation. And that's just not true on mountains. You could be the fittest human being in the world, but if you don't have the right gear, if you're not prepared, if you haven't done your homework, that mountain will kill you. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. Like, I get nervous every time I step foot on a snowfield or on a glacier. The goal is to come home. The goal is not to summit. If you summit, that's great. But the goal is to go visit a mountain and ultimately come home. Hood's not on the top 10 toughest peaks in America. I mean, it's nowhere near. It's definitely not Denali. It doesn't need to be that. It needs to be what it is, and it's Mount Hood. It's a mountain that's turned me around twice. It's a mountain with incredible prominence that you can see the summit while you're sitting having a coffee in downtown Portland. It is the gem of Oregon, and it has been on my mountaineering bucket list for nearly 20 years, and I'm just so excited to have another crack at it. And if I can find my way to the summit and have that epic moment standing on top of Oregon, it'll be a very special moment for me.
Right now, we are right here at Timberline Lodge, and you're climbing the south side, right up to here, and this little ridge right here is called the Hog's Back. And I've been right here and turned around twice. So, pretty torturous to look at it from this angle and know I've been so close, and had to come all the way back down twice. Third time's a charm, right?
One of the coolest things about Mount Hood is it's pretty much a straight shot. Starting at Timberline Lodge, looking north, you can see the summit the whole damn way. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at it right now, I can see the pearly gates. So it's deceptive in that I feel like I can reach out and touch it, but that's 3,000 vertical feet away. That's probably 3 more hours worth of climbing. It's like staring at the finish line in a marathon or a race. The first 2,500 feet on Hood is relatively easy, but now the going gets tough. 10,000 feet up on Mount Hood, and this saddle right here is called the Hog's Back. And the top of that is called the Bergstrom. You can see that giant crevasse up there. And we're gonna try to stay as far away from that as possible. We don't wanna go anywhere near that. You can't smell it, but we are right next to a big sulfur vent. And we are on an active volcano. You know, this thing is very active. It's crumbling, it's deteriorating, it's leaking sulfur. While it's tempting to just kind of try to sprint up, we've got to be really careful. This is where things start to get really technical. And you know, when mistakes happen, they happen when you're rushing, or they happen through technical areas often. A guy died here last month. That's not lost on me. It's going to be steep, and we need to be very, very careful that we watch our steps. We need to make sure we hold our ice axes appropriately. This mountain claims lives every year, and we need to just take our time and be extremely careful as we move up through the old chute. Me new britches. How does it look? The official term for what I'm about to do is glissade, but I like the unofficial term better, which is slide on your ass. Challenges. We need to wake up and feel that we're here for a purpose, that we're training for something. You know, Mount Hood was a goal of mine for a very long time. And, you know, whether it's a meaningless goal to some, it meant a lot to me. I don't think that you need to climb a mountain like Mount Hood to be successful, but you need to set your own Mount Hood. Like, it's something that gets me out of bed in the morning, something I'm super, super passionate about. And life's nothing without passion. So I'm not saying you need to go climb Hood. That's my dream. But find out what your dream is. Find your Mount Hood, and then wake up every morning and climb that mother. That's what I'm talking about. Be passionate. Set goals. Work towards those goals. That's what life's all about.